Hello, glorious people. Today is another day of friendly friends, and today's episode is completely for Seth. Like last episodes, Michael is not gonna be here in turn of Seth not being in the other episodes.
Hi. Yeah,
Yes.
that's about it.
So we're going to have an introduction to Seth. This is what today's gonna be.
So,
Okay.
how is this going to work exactly? I'm just telling stories, basically.
Basically, how you came to know us.
Oof. That was 7th grade or 6th grade? No, 6th grade. That was 6th
Yeah, you met
grade.
Michael first, though.
Yeah, I met
You
Michael
me later.
first. I met you, I think, like halfway through either 6th grade or 7th.
Mid 7th.
Yeah, mid 7th, that was it. Was that the chess club?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was chess club.
We've interacted before, but
It
not
was-
really very good.
Yeah, just kind of acquaintances, I guess would be the word.
No, I think you hated me at like one point.
Oh no, I never hated you.
No, I remember in 6th grade, I called one of the things you were watching some kind of SCP thing. We've talked about this before, and you just popped off.
I literally have no recollection of that.
That was like first day of school.
How was it?
Jeez.
I don't even remember being into SCP or any of that back then. That might not have even been me, dude. That probably wasn't even me.
Oh no, I remember that face, that little smirk. That sounds really weird, but like
Yeah, that's a really way to describe the face.
Yes.
Okay.
So how did you move to Corpus?
Oh, so I moved to Corpus because my mom got a promotion, but that meant she couldn't work from home and instead had to work at the building. So we had to move from our home in Austin to Corpus. And she eventually got
Alright.
promoted again, and we were able to just find a better place to live. So we moved.
That's actually awesome. I've never heard.
It's pretty nice. But that meant I had to, leave Corpus in its humid bullshit.
Place where the mosquitoes don't die.
Fuckers are immortal in fucking Corpus. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
what was I gonna say? Oh wow, we're so prepared.
We
So
really
first day
are.
of Corpus, how did you feel?
Honestly, kind of scared, I guess, because I was not exactly what one would call a sociable person. I know
Understandable.
I was very awkward, and I still am, in my opinion.
Well, most people are. Just
Yeah.
extroverts are just so loud.
Yeah, they compensate for it. If I'm loud, you can't hear the awkwardness. So I came to Corpus near the end of. Yeah, I moved
was
to
so
Corpus. Yeah, that was very awkward. But I moved to Corpus after about 5th grade, like right in the middle of summer. And so I spent like almost all of summer not knowing anyone, which was very awkward. And what else? So 6th grade was something. 6th grade and 7th grade just kind of meld together in my head. Like, I don't know
Cared,
when things happened,
What?
but
So like, I've heard you've had a lot of history with teachers.
oh yeah, fucking English teacher, Jesus Christ. Don't even remember her name. But apparently, and even I don't remember this, I just completely proved one wrong. Michael's words, not mine. And it was apparently very intense for the rest of the class. And I still have no idea what that was like, because I don't fucking remember doing it. Michael could probably explain the story, because, like I literally just said, I don't remember any part of it. but I think it was something about the teacher. One of the questions on the worksheet that she sent us for homework had like all 4 of the answers could have been correct, and I apparently just fucking went off, and no idea what that means. Robert wasn't in that class, so I don't really know. But yeah, you'd probably have to ask Michael to explain that story, and I think we did in another podcast.
You think we could get Michael in this podcast? And sorry, printer was going on. I couldn't reply.
That's fine. Well, his power's out, dude. His fucking power is just gone. He can't even cook.
He can call on his... No, he can't. Never mind.
Because everything's out. What else?
Well, Michael seems to know that story by heart.
Apparently. Yeah, I think we explained it in another episode. I'm pretty sure. Unless that was just after we recorded.
I'm pretty sure people clicked off after 20 minutes.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I can't really remember. I can remember the end of 8th grade. I can remember those times where we interacted, but not really.
7th grade, not 8th grade.
7th grade, yeah, 7th grade. I remember 8th grade a little bit better, but let me remember what I remember from 7th grade.
All right.
So, I can't remember the first interaction.
I think it was at lunch.
Lunch.
Where we first actually interacted. It's like Michael brought you over to the table.
Oh my gosh, I think I remember. I think that's when I asked you the amazing question, are you a guy or are you a girl?
And I was just like, literally, what the fuck are you talking about?
I was genuinely confused for quite a bit.
Like, I understand I have a bit of a baby face. I still kind of do.
That's fine.
But you were just like, are you a boy or a girl? And I was mildly insulted, to be honest.
I think it was the eyes. Because
the fuck does that mean?
Okay, this is hard to explain, but faces are shaped different, and genders' faces are also shaped different.
Yeah,
that's pretty much the best I can describe.
Yeah, that's what I mean by I had a very baby face.
Yes,
the structure of my face was very much baby.
It was very
feminine.
It's very male and female at the same time.
Androgynous is the word you're looking for, I think.
Androgynous.
And
that's a
no,
word.
That is not even close to what the fuck I just said.
What did you say? You cut out while you were saying the word.
Androgynous.
Androgynous.
Wrong pronunciation,
Amazing.
but much closer. Androgynous.
Androgynous.
Yes. It's kind of just
okay.
I'm pretty sure it's just kind of what you would call a base slate in a character creation. With no identifiable
Oh, and also can you
features.
put your microphone a little bit closer to your mouth? It won't affect the recording.
Yeah, hold on. Is that better?
Yes, sir.
Don't call me sir, please, fucking Christ.
I'm sorry, I forgot. I forgot.
I hate that
Seth
so much.
does not like being called sir. You want to explain why you don't like being called sir?
No, I do not.
Alright. We'll leave that for episode 100. Because Michael has to share a really cool...
Oh, God.
Really cool story, episode 100. That I won't forget.
Is it about why I'm called sir or something, or is it something else? Or why I don't like to be called sir?
Why don't you like being called sir?
Fucking hell, don't start. I do not want to talk about it at this current juncture.
Okay, so we'll just leave that to the imaginations of our audience.
Do you understand that the 2 comments we have is just going to be probably just going to say yes sir, right?
From Michael, if he even listens to this.
It's just Michael, and it just says yes sir. Jesus
sir.
Christ. God, I hate that so much. It just makes me fucking uncomfortable as hell.
So I'm guessing you don't like praise.
I actually don't. I don't like being called something of a higher position. If you called me fucking general, I would hate it less than sir, but I would still
But-
fucking hate that. Just like any position of power, I hate being referred to as. Just like
That's interesting.
leader or anything like that. Just makes
All
me
hail
just
the
kinda-
great master.
Fucking no. You stop that now.
Overlord Seth.
That is
well, that's not that
that
bad.
is not that bad. It's still not good. Wouldn't say it's
almost
terrible.
acceptable.
Sure isn't good.
We're getting there.
No, you're not even
Alright.
close.
So, how did you meet Michael?
Pretty sure it was the first fucking day of school, and I just sat at the same table as him, like in the corner, and just bothered the shit out of him for like 3 days.
I was expecting Michael to bother you.
Oh no. He was actually very quiet when I first met him. And we've kind of swapped, I think. I hate annoying people. However, Michael is out here.
This one time.
Oh god. I was a fucking asshole. At least from what I remember, I was a fucking asshole. I just was not
Well,
nice.
Even to Michael? Or
No, to
no?
Michael, I think I was fine to Michael, but just, I did not like talking to people in general.
So you came off like aggressive, right?
Yeah, passive aggressive, not just, I'm going to
Passive-aggressive.
fucking punch you in the face.
Well, I guess I can understand because kids that age don't really. What the heck? The recording just did something weird. Kids that age don't really know what they're saying, and they're usually still in the mode where they lie a lot. Like, oh yeah, dude, I totally crossed the river today without clothes on. Haha, that was me.
That was definitely me who killed 7 people in an arson. Bro, trust
Bro, it
me.
wasn't that hard.
Bro, it wasn't that hard. You just take a match. Jesus Christ, shut the fuck up.
So I could imagine that'd be very annoying for you.
Yeah. Or they just like try to disagree with something I said that I wasn't. That's like an opinion.
Oh God.
What was
Yeah,
it?
people.
What was it? Was it Mia who disagreed with me? Like just so vehemently.
I don't know.
I think.
But I
think it
remember
was-
hearing stories about that.
I think it was Mia. I was like, well, I kind of make jokes to deflect my insecurities and make things about bad things so they don't seem as terrible and I don't feel so bad. And she was like,
Oh,
that's
God.
fucking awful. You should never fucking do that again. You're such a
I'm pretty
fucking
sure
asshole.
that was just
It
being-
was just like, Jesus
I think she was just being
Christ.
cynical.
No, it was more like, you shouldn't joke about things like that. That's bad.
Oh.
Joking about something like that is joking about the Holocaust, basically. It's like, no? It's like,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
no,
she's
but
joking. She jokes
okay.
around like
Oh
that.
no, she was not joking. Not in
Oh,
that time. Like, she
no.
would not speak to me for the rest of the school year. Yeah. I don't even know
That's-
what
I don't
joke I
get that.
made. But she was just heavily offended by it.
By your form of coping.
Yes.
How dare you cope with your feelings?
How dare you, sir? Oh god.
Alright, so. What else happened?
Let's see. What year was the fucking mayo packet?
Oh my gosh. The
I-
mayo packet? That was 7th grade?
Was it? Jesus Christ.
7th grade.
Fucking hell. So, just referring it to as the mayo packet sounds very ominous. But basically what happened is, during lunchtime, Michael had grabbed one of the mayo packets from the lunch line. And this motherfucker, this absolute bastard of a man, just put it on the table, pretended to like slam it down with his fist, didn't, then did it again, but this time he hit it full fucking force and it launched like 3 tables and most of it got on me.
Did. You look like you just got finished with the best movie ever.
Stop. But basically, do you want to know something fun about mayonnaise? It's surprisingly acidic. My eyes burned for like
What?
2 days.
Oh my god. I remember your reaction, just your hands crinkled up next to your body.
Just kind of like, the
your
fuck
mouth
just
open,
happened?
like, what?
Like,
What?
genuinely, what just happened? That might be one of
Then
the reasons
Michael-
I genuinely hate mayonnaise. I was
You had a
walking
traumatic
completely,
experience.
pretty much. I had to walk like completely blind to the restroom all the way across the cafeteria
Oh no.
because they decided
Michael
not
had the
to.
audacity to ask for a napkin.
It's like, bro, do you need a napkin? I want you to look me in the eyes and say that again.
Mr. Banks he was laughing, but he's like, go to the
I'm
office.
pretty sure Michael got lunch detention.
Yep, lunch detention for a week,
Oh,
but I don't
Jesus
know if he
Christ.
got let go early.
I think he did. It was like 3 days.
Yeah, he did. Because for some reason, we got some kind of special double standard from the principals,
Mm-hmm.
which I guess was cool, but...
What the fuck is Michael doing on Instagram? He just sent me like 17, like to the group chat. He just sent 6 things that just say Seth in all caps.
Michael's awesome. Let's see what Michael said.
He just says fucking
Seth.
What?
Why'd you change your profile picture to a thumb with
That's
the
not
most
a
Arabic?
thumb. That's not
pretty
a
close to a thumb.
It's
That's
Tyler.
Tyler 1.
Yep.
Yep.
It's Tyler with like most of his face cropped out. It's
Oh,
just
we're
a
getting
Arabic and,
sidetracked.
and unhappy emojis. Ugh.
Alright, so then...
What the fuck?
What was-
Michael.
Anything big happened?
Yeah.
Remember the poll?
Don't talk
the
about that. I
sign?
don't want to talk about that. Just don't.
Do I have permission
No.
to put the video?
You do not. I expressly deny your permission.
What about episode 100? If we reach 1,000 subscribers by episode 100, you have to show the poll video, and Michael has to tell his cool story.
I'm intrigued. What's Michael's cool story?
They can't know yet. I'll just text you.
Alright.
Actually, you can ask Michael. That's pretty private.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I'll just ask him in direct messages.
So then, right after the Mayo thing, any new big thing besides that?
I think that was when I did chess club.
Chess club. I
Um,
don't remember how good you were back then at chess.
I was decent. I know I beat you like once or twice.
That was when I first started, though.
No, that was
didn't know how
not
to
when you
play.
fucking first started. That was
You
like
sure?
2 months in.
2 months in. I'm pretty sure it was a couple weeks in.
I don't know. But I just remember,
Maybe.
like, I wasn't that good at chess. I didn't know any of the fucking strategies you knew. So I was just kind of reacting.
It was just pretty surprising how you played without knowing those things.
I knew the basic idea. I knew the principles, and I'm okay at strategy. However, when the other person knows strategies that are just kind of watertight, that doesn't work.
Well, you're assuming I knew watertight strategies.
They were
just knew
watertight when I
openings.
encountered them.
Oh. You know what? Like what?
I don't remember, but I remember I didn't even know how to do. I didn't even know how to
I think
like,
I
do the
actually-
castling shit.
Oh, and then you were like, what is that? What are you doing?
Like, what the fuck did you just do? That's not how the game works.
And I had to explain it to you. And also Michael, too, because he didn't know.
I don't think I've ever actually castled in my entire time playing chess.
You still play pretty good despite that.
Yeah, I was decent. I'm much better at things like magic.
That's Seth. You're a wizard.
Yeah, yes. you know what I mean. Magic the Gathering, the card game.
Yes.
Oh, speaking of which, I actually got a new deck. 2 days ago? Hold on. Let me try to find it. There it is.
What kind of deck is it?
The deck is a commander deck. It is one of the it's one of the precons. It was the green, blue, and red one, with the commander being Calamax the Stormsire.
Alright.
It has a few things you can switch the commander out for, but what I really wanted from it was Xerus the Writhing Storm, to make a commander deck out of him, because he's really interesting, and I think I could do something special with some wheels.
Why don't you just buy the cards separately?
Because I also just need the cards that were in the deck. A lot of the cards in the deck are very useful for any commander deck anyway. And there's a few other things. There's an extra fucking Soul Ring in here, which I am ecstatic about. Even got some more that... What was it? It was the 2-drop artifact that you can equip for 0 Shroud.
Wait, Seth, I don't think I've ever asked you this, but did you take any music classes?
I used to play the drums.
But like at school?
Yes, at school. I played the drums for the school band.
Ooh, I never knew that. I just thought you had drums and that was it.
No, like I actually played drums for the school band. I remember I played We Will Rock You for like a pep rally.
So, how was that?
It was... I never was much of a fan of playing music. I really liked listening to music. And since I played mostly percussion, I didn't know what the fuck you guys were talking about when you were like, yeah, it's like the string quartet. And I was like, the fuck is a string quartet?
It's just 2 violins, a violist, and a cellist.
Okay.
Odd.
Okay,
I just thought you just had a random drum set. I was...
wow. It was a full drum set, too. It was decked out. And by decked out, I mean it had a cymbal. And a snare.
Whoa.
It had a cymbal. It was basically a basic drum set that you'd get. But yeah.
I've never played a drum set before. How's that experience?
It's interesting. It's hard to... For me, it was hard to hit things right. Like, sometimes I'd accidentally hit the rim of the drum with the end of the stick. I think that was okay since I was, I think it was like 10. I think it was like 10 or something.
Oh, the DVD thing hit the corner of the screen. I had to point that out.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Chief. Stop.
It happens to the best of us. Alright, so now we're in 8th grade, right?
We're in 9th, but okay.
Well, not like right now.
Oh, I was like, we're in like 9th about to be 10th, right?
No, but like, the story, 8th grade. What happened in 8th grade?
8th grade was when I moved to Hutto. I probably shouldn't say that.
Oh, so sad.
But yeah, I moved to Hutto. Right before we moved, like at the end of the school year, I think. Or no, actually, no. This was the day I moved. Yeah, this was the day I moved. We spent like 7 hours at Michael's house.
And I wasn't there too. I was in the
You weren't
Philippines,
there,
so I couldn't say
yeah.
bye.
Yeah, but yeah, I spent 7 hours at Michael's house watching movies and shit with some of our other friends.
That sounds awesome. I wish I was there.
It was fun. We wanted to do a sleepover, but his parents are just not okay with sleepovers, unfortunately.
Well,
I've had like
y'all were young.
I've had like 2 sleepovers in my entire life.
Me neither. I've never slept over at another person's house. I find it kind of weird, because it's a private area that you're just intruding, but with permission.
Yeah, it's a little bit strange. You don't know whether to take your shoes off, and they're like, you can keep your shoes on, and it's just thanks, but I physically cannot.
It's just like new rules as well.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, I think I'd find it hard to, if I was at a sleepover and I needed to use the restroom.
It's like, what the fuck do I do if it starts flooding or something?
And like I tend to overthink more than I should, and in places I shouldn't. So I would be so uncomfortable in someone else's restroom.
Yeah. It's just kind of weird to be in someone else's restroom.
So then you left Corpus. How was that trip?
It was like it was a good 3 hour trip. Wasn't that bad of a trip because I had, 3DS and shit like that. Played through Metroid. That was nice.
You didn't get car sick?
No, I got car sick. Yeah, I get car sick very easily. Like, I can't read a book for very long because then I just get nauseous as hell.
That's just one of the downfalls of car rides. I don't even look at my phone at car rides.
I usually try to sleep.
I really need to talk to someone.
Yeah,
I can't sleep either. I'd get dizzy.
I can try to sleep, but it's a little difficult sometimes because cars are uncomfortable as hell.
They're loud too on the road.
Yeah, sometimes. If it's like a gravel road or a dirt road. Little bumps and shit.
Yeah.
God, one time I almost fell asleep. And then we hit like a big pothole and I just fucking died. You ever have that experience where you just hit a pothole and you just start praying?
No.
You never hit a pothole that was like a good 1 foot wide or something and like 5 inches deep, and you just feel like your soul left your fucking body.
I hope I never experience that. That's
like I was in the back seat, so I didn't see it coming. So I just kind of went.
No.
Oh, there's a
Usually
big
I could
bump
see
in
over
the
car
there's a
hood.
big bump in the sound when I did that noise.
I'm excited to hear that.
Yeah. But what should I talk about next? My magic hobbies, or continue what I was doing in 8th grade?
What about school for 9th grade?
Oh, school for 9th grade. It was weird going into high school. Yeah, it was strange switching to school with a bunch of people that seemed like they were fucking 20 years old. One dude had a full beard. This man had a full beard and was just kind of walking around. I remember asking him, I think he took the same bus as me. But yeah, I asked him, like, when did you just never fucking shave? He was just like, no, it grew in like 3 months. And I was like, what? I'm sorry? It's like, Jesus Christ, man. Meanwhile,
at that moment, you started realizing testosterone is higher than other people.
Spike time. Yeah, but yeah, 9th grade, I took mostly advanced classes. Then I took tech theater, which was honestly one of my favorite classes. Yeah, tech theater and principles of hospitality, I think, were my 2 electives.
I'm taking theater next year.
Oh yeah, so tech theater or theater?
I'm not sure. I just picked one.
Oh great, tech theater's fun if you like construction and stuff.
So what is it?
Tech theater, we are the people who build the props, who manage the sounds, the lights. We make sure the play actually looks like a play, and not just a bunch of high schoolers fucking around on a stage.
Here is a cardboard fish.
I really liked tech theater because tech theater had this thing called practicum, where we would stay after school to, work on plays and stuff. The theater kids would work on their acting and stuff, and the tech theater kids would start building all the props and the sets and changing lights, making the soundboard. One thing I really like changing lights and working the fly rail. Do you know what a fly rail is?
No.
It's where we fly in all the curtains and lights and stuff.
Ooh.
So it's basically like 10, 15 feet off the ground, and you have to climb a ladder to get up there. And it's just kind of a small catwalk to the side of the stage with a bunch of pulleys and like rope pulleys, and latches to lock the ropes in place. Each rope is labeled. Each one is assigned to a specific curtain or a light strip. Well, not strip, but you know what I mean. The long part all the lights are connected on.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. Yeah, I managed the fly rail. I helped manage the fly rail. I wasn't the only one up there, but I helped manage the fly rail on a few plays. And Jesus Christ, there is so much gossip up there. Because basically, since there's just three people who no one can hear if you're whispering, since we're like 15 feet off the ground or something, we gossip a lot since we're just sitting in the dark for an hour. We gossip a lot. We're on our phones. Okay. Yeah, it was just Jesus Christ. Some people in high school are fucking insane. This dude. So do you know probably the most confusing story I heard? That's probably not true. Some dude was cheating on some dude was in like 8 relationships at once, and not one of them knew about it.
Oh no!
Not one of them knew about it.
It's the biggest Chad simp on earth.
I wouldn't say it's a simp. Just Jesus fucking Christ! How? How do you do that? Most people can't handle one relationship. How do you handle
Alpha
8?
Omega.
Jesus
oh my God.
Christ. But yeah,
did you make any friends? Like actual friends?
Yeah, I made at least 5, honestly. We played Magic at lunch. I'm actually running I'm helping run a D&D campaign with them now. We do it every Thursday.
Ooh.
They're who I was playing D&D with when I couldn't join the podcast last time with Michael.
Oh.
I think that was on Thursday.
Ooh, what if we get them on the podcast? Is that a no?
That's gonna be a no.
Oh no, why?
This podcast just feels more of an us 3 kind of thing. And
I guess so.
And I don't really know what I would talk about them with on the podcast, since I think they have a different sense of humor than you guys, to be honest. Most of them are band. Just about everyone except for me is band kids, and I don't know why. I always make friends with band kids. I don't know why.
You're surrounded. Put your hands up. Learn another instrument besides the drum.
You can't fucking make me. I will learn the harmonica as I wish.
You could. You really could. Amazing. I'm crying. That was amazing.
I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, that's something I might practice. What else? Should I talk about magic? What was I talking about? What the fuck? Oh, tech theater. Jesus Christ. Like a 90-year-old man telling a story about war. But yeah, so the fly rails. It was like, what was it? I don't even remember what the play was called. It was like 5 months ago, 5, 6. But yeah, I was working the fly rails.
The play.
Yes, let's call it the play. But about 5 or 6 months ago, I stayed after school. Actually, no, I wasn't even after school. It was like on Saturday or something. I came in at 8, left at 6. Because there was a bunch of plays going on. It was like 5, and I had to go really early to get everything moved out of the stage area and back to the shop. And then move it all back after we moved things and organized them. We set up like snack tables and shit for the kids visiting.
Oh.
So that was something. What else? Other things I did in tech theater. I was mostly a construction person. I helped make most of the sets and shit. I helped make a storage cabinet for all of our lights and speakers and all that. Changing lights was probably the funnest. Rather than being 10 or 15 feet up, you're about 50.
That's fine. Do you need to wear a harness up there?
No, it's all like catwalks with guarded, and if you could only fall out if you really tried.
Challenge accepted.
No, you'd fall onto like all the theater seats and just break every bone.
Yeah, and you'd survive too. So there's
you
no
probably
point.
wouldn't. You probably wouldn't. I'm not joking when I say 50 feet up. This was 50 feet up, and you would be landing on. You know, like theater seats, like old theater seats that flip down and are mostly hard plastic and metal.
Oh.
You'd hit one of those and just die. And do you know it wasn't even the height that was the scariest part about that catwalk. It was that if you broke or like messed up any of the lights, that was about $2,000.
Fun!
Each light was worth about $2,000.
You're explaining how this is supposed to be fun. That sounds stressful.
It was a little stressful, but you get used to it once you figure out how to not break shit. And being high up is really fun for me because you know how I like climbing. I like to climb a lot. What else?
I didn't know that.
Oh,
but now
you
I
didn't?
do.
That must have been Michael
No.
I told. I thought you were in the party when I said that. But yeah, I used to climb a lot. Where do you think I got all my grip strength from?
Dancing.
Yes, exactly. Everyone knows how much grip strength is needed in dancing.
Gotta grab the souls of the audience.
You gotta just pull them in real close and just chuck them. But yeah, basically, I helped replace the lights after like 5 of them burned out or something. I was up there with one of the more experienced people, the person who's been in tech theater for at least 2 years, and oh, that reminds me, I'm doing advanced tech theater next year.
Fun.
Normally I'd be doing tech theater too, but I was able to get into the teacher's good graces by actually going to practicum and helping. And now I'm able to go to both Tech Theater 2 and the advanced one. So now I just have twice as much Tech Theater.
That is such a win.
It is a
PogChamp moment.
It is a PogChamp moment. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna take like normal theater because I don't think I picked technical theater.
Alright. That's okay. I'm not very much an acting person.
Wait, how are the plays? Are the plays like super cringy?
Not really, actually. There are some fucking amazing actors in my high school production theater.
Well, it's Austin. I'd expect that.
Oh, Hutto, not necessarily Austin. It's neighboring Austin.
Shh, you just de-doxed yourself.
Yes, find me in the whole town. Do it.
Yes, do it. We dare you. Find a guy who looks lesbian.
I really don't.
You don't even look like that anymore.
I don't.
Not even at all.
I really fucking don't. Jesus Christ. God, Michael sent me the picture of the comment that just said lesbian Seth, lesbian Seth, lesbian Seth. Jesus Christ. Just fucking lesbian Seth, lesbian Seth.
I'm sorry I call you that. It has to happen.
God, I'm not a lesbian. Because as you can tell, I am a guy, as you know. I have checked my pants. I am pretty sure I'm a guy.
Alright. That's fair enough. Alright, after school, did anything cool happen?
After school, it was mostly just go home, really. Besides tech theater and stuff. One time, someone just ordered 2 full pizzas and just had them delivered to the school after school.
That's fine.
I ate a whole pizza that day. Oh, I regretted it. I'm mildly lactose intolerant, so I ate an entire pizza and just kind of collapsed. So that was fun.
It's a sacrifice you gotta make for happiness.
Yeah, happiness, yes. Joy. What else?
This is love, pizza.
What else? I had another topic, I think. Something else about after school, but no idea.
Running? You're pretty good at running. You have a 4-second time.
Not
sprint,
4 seconds.
100.
No, I do not run 100 meters in 4 seconds.
No, not 100. Not 100. Sorry, 40.
40 and 5.
40, not
40 and 5, not 40 and 4. Not 10 meters a second, 8. I can still run you down.
Yep. You could still find me
as long
faster
as you're,
than most
as
people.
long as you're close to me, like in decent range, I can just blitz you very quickly. But I can't do distance very well, so probably shouldn't have picked track. Not track. I shouldn't pick cross country. Track was fun. Yeah, I did track in 8th grade. I did pole vaulting, which was nice.
Pole vaulting.
Yeah, it's not as hard as it looks. in my opinion. It's just all timing and stuff
But
and technique.
I'm guessing it's not as glorified for high school because people
Comparatively
have only
to
seen
football.
Olympic.
Oh,
Or
dude, there
football
was
as well.
this one fucking kid. This was when I was like 13 or I don't know, about to turn 13 or something like that. However fucking old I was in 8th grade. Yeah, 13. But there was this one kid. He was like 16. This was one of the school competitions. This man was so good at pole vaulting, he could literally wait for them to get to 9 feet before even attempting. Because this man, he got like 11 and a half easily. He got 11 and a half feet fucking easily.
Dang.
And I still think that's unfair because he's, 15. 15 or 16, I can't remember which, but 15, everyone else was about like 13 or 14. This man just obliterated.
Well, I think if they had separate shows, not a lot of people would come compared to the higher.
Usually they did. I won one or two. Like I kept going till the end. Our school won a few, but Jesus Christ, my highest that I ever gotten was probably around either 8.5 or 9. 9 feet, I mean.
So
like
pretty
8.5
good.
feet or 9 feet. Yeah, pretty decent. What was the Olympic one? I think the highest in the Olympics is like 20 feet or some shit like that.
It's insane.
It's terrifying.
They jump over a bridge.
Imagine like trying to run from someone. You go behind a tall brick wall and they just fucking leap over it.
They're just using a tree
shit.
to pole vault.
I would shit my pants. You just see them lob themselves over the wall and do a perfect backflip. God.
This is the time you die.
You fool, you have encountered death himself. But yeah, that was fun. I after school we'd do practice every other day. And yeah, I was very close to using in the weight limit I was very close to out of the weight limit for most of the poles actually. Surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, because it was basically PVC pipe. It was PVC pipe. We were using PVC pipe as a pole vault pole. It was PVC pipe wrap and tape, basically. And so they each had a weight limit. There was a thinner one. There was a more sturdy one. And I had to use the more sturdy one. It was slightly longer, too. And I think it was 5 or 7 feet long pole. And we had a mat in the back that we had a pole vault set thing that we'd use. Basically, I was completely new. I joined a few months after pole vaulting actually started, surprisingly. And they surprisingly let me in, honestly. I'm surprised. But yeah, I won one of the I helped won one of the tournament things. I kept like not messing up and I just kept going.
Freshman year, that's pretty good.
It wasn't freshman year, no, this was 8th grade.
That's better.
Yeah, I didn't do track or pole vaulting in 9th grade. I didn't do any sports really. I'm not one for sports. I'm more of a hiking and doing all that.
Life sports.
Sure, let's go with that term.
That sounds so cheesy.
It does. It really does.
So then, we have any more stories, or is that pretty much where we are now?
It's pretty much where we are now, I guess. I could go into scouts and some of my more personal hobbies, but
We'll eventually get to that in other podcasts.
Yep.
This episode's almost 45 minutes.
Yeah, we can't go spoiling all of my life story, even though I'm telling you basically nothing. What else? I think that's it. Should we stop the recording now, I guess?
Yes. Wait, not right now. I'm gonna do an outro.
Ooh, we have an outro now.
Thank you for the 0.3 people who watched our video.
Thank you for...
I'll see you.
Thanks, guys. Have a good one.
We'll see you.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Have a friendly night.
Go have a day.
Have a day.
And doesn't matter if it's good or bad. Just go have a day. And with that,
We dare you. This is our challenge for you.
You better have a day or so fucking help me.